What's up, y'all? Good Monday. Good to see y'all. Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know, this is TFG Tonight, and I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. And this is the best morning show that you can watch at night. Y'all listen, that's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny.
I'm trying to be nice.
Black said we got two Americas.
Say to my brother Black, man, I think you could be a preacher. I ain't never heard somebody that use a curse word and then read a scripture right after.
So let me state for the record, I am a misogynist. You know,
yeah.
Pull out your card, Doc. He's
and I'm a chauvinist as well. Anybody who knows me knows that.
That's right.
Now I can go back to minding my own business. Either that boy is Benjamin Button or somebody lying.
And listen, and that boy may be mentally 12, but he's 34.
You bad boy, you don't do it again.
I'll let Black articulate a little bit better than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's good for the soul. It's like medicine, right?
Yeah, for real.
That's all I gotta say. I wish I had one of them applause buttons too, like that.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Ooh, y'all, it's Monday. Oh my goodness, and what a Monday it is. Hey, Miss Toria, good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Miss Carol, thank you for joining. Yeah, they piling in already, y'all. It's a great Monday, and we have a great show for you guys. And listen, I'm excited to let y'all know the whole family's here, and they got their drink, and Black is drinking again. So yeah, so y'all get excited, and I don't know if Devin drinking water down there, but she got something in that cup, honey. Y'all go. Let's just bring the family on. What up? Ooh, look, come on, everybody get their drink out. Somebody get me a drink, please. Somebody. Gotta get me a drink. What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
What up?
Yes,
What
sir.
up? Good evening.
Hey, there he is. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Listen,
What's up,
you-
man?
What's up, ma'am?
I don't think my drink is as good as Black's drink.
Mine either. I know
Mine
that.
is ice water.
Right. Yeah, I know.
I'm just doing Powerade.
I'm excited, but y'all listen.
What's in a cup?
Okay. Black, she said, what's in that cup?
Oh, whiskey and Coke.
He coming back strong, y'all. Forget Lent. Y'all ain't got nothing on this man. What up, Craig? Good to see you. Man, I'm
what's happening,
excited.
Craig?
And all you backstage watchers, y'all back there. Hey, y'all. I know y'all. It's all right. I noticed y'all now. I got y'all on lock now. All right, listen, I'm not playing around because we got plenty to talk about, and I know folks got stuff to watch, but I appreciate y'all taking the time out to watch us. So listen, if we say something y'all like hearing, as a little scroll down, y'all send us a tip in the jar. We'll love to see it. Love to hear it. What did she say? We like the kinds of jingles, but we show love the kind of folks. So fold it up, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's get it going. All right, listen, politics is in the house. Y'all, I don't think we're gonna have a speaker about Thanksgiving. I do not think there will be a speak. Listen, it has gone down the drain. I mean, you got guys coming out the wood. I think somebody that lives in Gun Barrel City trying to become the House Speaker. These folks, we don't know these folks, and y'all want them to be the third in line for the president. I mean, that's like winning the lottery. That's a one in so many hundred of billions. Boy, y'all ain't getting that. These folks crazy. Oh, look at Neon. Hey, girl. Here, yes, you know we going. And he drinking too. So understand we got it going. But yeah, so I mean, y'all think this gonna work? Yeah, I don't either. They ain't gonna have it ready. They not gonna have it ready, y'all. And I'm just sad to say I don't know. It is what it is. So let me tell y'all what's happening now, though. So I didn't know this, but one of the little congressmen in Utah got evicted from his place. But do you know why he got evicted? Not because he didn't pay his rent, not because his lease was up, because he didn't vote for Jim Jordan.
Wow.
They kicked him out, y'all.
Wow.
I couldn't believe. I said the game that's being played today is unthinkable. that this man is staying somewhere that he's being evicted. So that means to tell me that you was living in a situation that was more favorable than the rest of us. Right? That's what they tell. If they're kicking you out and they doing it where they won't catch any repercussions, that means you wasn't paying no rent. So you was getting a kickback, but you didn't know they was gonna kick back. Man, I mean, politics is one of the greatest hustles that man is not fully aware of, y'all.
Yes, sir.
If y'all understood that. And I'm just telling y'all now what did Malcolm say? Now the chickens are coming home to roost. You boys better get some act right, because you may not have a house when you get there. What'd you say? I hope the brother Byron Donalds, boy, please. That old token. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of what he had to say on a clip. I think Brother Lamb posted. So yeah, politics is a dirty game. It is what it is. So they continue with these shenanigans. So I mean, it is what it is for me.
Absolutely. Okay. And to be fair now, it's not just the Republicans. It just came out today. Bernie Sanders has been skimming from the top to his
no way.
He has his son ciphering, collecting a salary of $160,000. So the donations that have been coming in, he's been filtering them to his son. But you know what? All of that pales in comparison to the head snake in charge, Mr. Kripke himself, Mr. Biden. You want to allocate $106 billion, billion with a B, to the war efforts in Israel and Ukraine, but I got student loan debt. Americans right now, we're defaulting on our home loans, car loans. The interest rates is up higher than they've ever been. Food prices, gas prices, highways, roads. We won't pay veterans, teachers, but you want to give $106 billion to fund the war efforts in Ukraine. Make it make sense, people.
Oh, yeah, y'all. Again, this ain't nothing new, but now these boys getting called out. So she said, I'm out. Yeah, so everybody had it. Could you say, Craig, this is what happens when politicians spend their time serving themselves rather than people. Sir. That's right. And listen, and they've been doing it. It's just all of a sudden now everybody getting a full eye, clear eye view on this situation. Yeah, they do. Hey, Miss Diane, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. All right, listen, y'all. I'm gonna bring something to the table to us, because we ain't colorblind around here. We don't race bait. So I want y'all to take a look at this and tell me what y'all think. And we're still talking about politics, but here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, cover the baby's ears if they're around. She got a potty mouth.
Woman regarding something that was over at Duncantel. Where is it? What date was it?
All from Jerome took it upstairs. I have to call him. He took it up when I switched out the pictures. I'll call him as soon as you get here.
I don't want you to do a goddamn thing. I want you to have a fucking brain. I want you to have read it. I want you to say, Congresswoman, it was such and such date. That's what I want. That's the kind of staff that I want to have. So some stupid other motherfucker did it, and I don't have the information. Nobody sent me the information. I need to ensure my schedule. And if Boo-Boo did it, shit-ass did it, fuckface did it, and nobody knows a goddamn thing in my office. Okay, nothing. I gave it to you. Your job was to get it on the calendar, imprint it in your brain, or send me the information back saying, Congresswoman, I made sure that the Ovi Duncantel event that you gave me for so-and-so date at 7 is on the fucking calendar. Not to, Jerome has it. Okay? So when I called Jerome, he don't be sitting up there like a fat-ass, stupid idiot talking about what the fuck he doesn't know. Okay? Both of y'all are a fucking F. It's the worst shit that I could have ever had put together. Two goddamn big-ass children. Fucking idiots. Serve no goddamn purpose. Ain't managing nobody. Nobody's respecting them. Nobody gives a shit about what you're doing. And you ain't doing shit. And this is an example of it. I gave it to Jerome. This is not child's work. Okay?
Yeah, that's a woman after Black's own heart. I know it is. Now listen, that's a politician, and I don't know why we think so highly of these people, but they normal, and it is what it is. But I mean, y'all, how much would y'all taking a salary to get talked to like that?
I just wish I was a fellow congressman. When I finish with that monkey face bitch, I would tell her something. When I finish telling that rat head bitch something, she'll know she's been told.
Wow.
And you still coming to work the next day, ain't you? I know he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. I mean, sister, can she afford you?
No, but here's the thing. If I don't even cuss like that. But I just feel like if I work for somebody who cuss me like that, I should be able to cuss you back out, hang up in your face, and then we're gonna act like it didn't happen tomorrow. Because I get to hurt your feelings because I'm not Michelle Obama. I don't know that you go low, I go high. Now you go low. I'm gonna talk about your husband, your kids, your dog, your nieces, your nephew. I'm gonna call you every fake thing in the book. You gonna be a black trash and fake biblical. You go to church on Sunday and you go effing the pastor on. I'm gonna cuss her down, and then we're gonna be all right.
What? Gonna be all right in the morning. Listen, when we go low, I'm gonna take a sledgehammer and try to put you in the ground even lower. I don't play that, and I mean it. I mean, but Kenny, they always stress decorum and the uppity ups, and I mean, what's going on?
I would say about the one thing I love about us black people, the 3 curse words that we say better than any other race is MF, goddamn, and S. That woman showed that she still got that black card because she so said them words to the T. But as far as for me, oh yeah, I would have been fired right there on the spot.
That's right.
I would have cussed her right back. Hey, it would have been on and popping. I'd have been like, you know what, you can take this job and shove it right up your, you know what.
That's right.
And that'd have been the end of it. My political career would be done after that conversation. So, but they human, just like you said, O'Brien.
Yeah.
Hey, these politicians, they human beings too, man. Don't tell them what else don't tell them how they talk to.
Absolutely.
People. And, so I'm not really shocked by it at all.
That's it, bro. And here's the reality. And this is what I want to say. I don't have a problem with her doing this. I just have a problem when people pretend to be somebody that they're not. And especially, this is what really kind of irks me, is because if you didn't know who she was, you would probably think she would come from the church.
Yep.
So, because they do act like that. I just want y'all to know. So I'm just saying, again, I don't feel no way because they always try to make it seem like we different than them. No, we're no different than the other people. Y'all hide it a lot better. But they all the same. They all act like that behind closed doors. I just want y'all to stop acting like y'all better than everybody else. That's just all I'm saying. So, but that's politics. And again, at some point, here it is, write it down, October 23rd, 2023. At some point, this is going to be commonplace in
Correct.
public, in Congress.
Correct.
They're coming. So I just want y'all to get that. I just want to make sure we don't miss that moment. So all right, yeah. So you would think, man, we almost done. Now we just getting started, y'all. All right, I got a few follow-ups. Sister, can I start with Will and Jada? No, okay, I'll wait. Okay, hold on. I'll wait. I won't start with Jada. Okay, hold on. All right, listen, Sister Shakari. No, how you say her name? Shakari. Yeah, Sister Shakari Richardson. Y'all, listen. When I tell you that girl has brought this thing full circle, you know what I'm saying, to go to be talked about like a dog because of whatever, and to arguably be embarrassed on a global stage. Y'all, they named a track after her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Shakari Richardson has a stadium named after her in Dallas, ISD. John Kincaid Stadium will now be Shakari Richardson Stadium.
Oh, awesome.
Well, congratulations. Awesome. I'm happy for the young sister, man.
She deserves it, man. She worked really hard, and again, she fought off all the haters. And again, I just hope they don't turn that thing into, the club or something.
I feel differently. I feel differently.
Well, go ahead, brother. Let's hear about it.
I'm not now. Look, I'm not hating on her accomplishments or anything like that, and I applaud her. her resiliency for what she's done. I'm opposed though to how quickly we reward people when they haven't done enough for me. This is where I sit, you know, and we live in this microwave culture where you got people that came before her that if you're going to give that honor, what has she really done? She weathered an embarrassing, she weathered an embarrassing situation, and she proved that she has a little bit of skill and talent. But for me, she haven't done enough. That's for me. I'm going to say my opinion. So when we start throwing out street names and stuff, where my damn street at? I done beat many hoes around here. I got a track record my damn self. So,
but that's not a Olympic event.
I'm joking. At the rate I was doing it should have been, but that's a whole other story.
This is a
But I digress. On a serious note, and we see it way too often in sports, seriously, where we see them rewarding the accolades when you really haven't done it over enough time for me. But then I'm old school. I'm that dog sitting on the porch. Prove it to me over and over and over and over again with time, with character. And I just don't see that, because as quickly as they put you on that pedestal,
they'll take you off of it too.
Yeah,
I see your point, but I will say from the other side, I look at it from what where she came from. She came from the hood, man, and I think with that ISD showing, this is giving an example to the other young ladies that may be coming from her same environment, a young being, that hey, if you work hard, aspire to be the best you can be. Obviously, she had some bumps in the road. We know that, but she seems to have overcome that. I think this is a good example for those other young athletes or young student athletes that may have came from her same circumstance, that they can aspire to be the best they can be. And you too may be given some accolades from your hometown. So I think it's pretty dope, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sister, is it well deserved?
Well, I think it's a double-sided coin, actually. I'm assuming she came out of that ISD, and maybe she's the first person to come out of that ISD to do something.
No, Michael Johnson.
No, Michael Johnson was actually.
Oh, no, we can't ever
give him Michael Johnson. I think it's a double-sided coin, because I think that ISD is only trying to get other little black kids that run track, the good ones, to come there because they feel like they help develop a Sha'Carri or whoever else. And so they're trying to encourage them to come over to that school, because they're trying to get funding and sponsorships and things like that to make a profit. I don't know. I'm just, from seeing the way people move today, I think very people do things without it being self-serving. And I think a lot of it is self-serving because they want a lot of people and girls to be like, parents to be like, let me get my kid over here. My kid good in track, and he helped develop this person, so he'll help develop my daughter, my son, or whatever. So I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Now I will say this: just even when you made the statement about her, and then we brought up Michael Johnson didn't get nothing nowhere near that, and he had
I don't
great
think
accomplishment.
So yeah, he's Olympic gold medalist, right? He held the 200-meter world record for years.
That's it. So I don't. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I don't. That's inconsistent for me, but
maybe it's like Black said. Maybe it was a little too premature. Maybe,
that's my only issue with it.
Right, and I agree with you, Black, on that. Really,
now that I think of Michael,
she hasn't really done enough just yet, I think, to have that done. But I get it. But I don't know. Again, and I agree with what you said too, Devin.
Yeah, she's young and she's hot right now, and in social media and popular. Those young kids and those high school kids don't know who that guy is. We know because we old as hell. Right. They don't know who that is.
Right, that's true. You're right.
Should he built a nice little facility over there in Waco? Yeah. Okay. Well, that took a turn for me. I thought, well, Michael Johnson.
I mean, she's the sexy red of track right now. Let's just be honest. She got the green blue hair, and them kids want to look. The girls want to look like her, so they want to go to her track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
man,
true.
I ain't gonna fault her for it, but now I got that's a Pee Wee award. Now y'all, Michael Johnson done way more than her. So, okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, anyway, let her have it. They want to get to you. They want to ride your coattail, baby. So just know. That's what I want to see. If she jack it up again, y'all gonna take her name down. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll wait
it'll
for the
happen.
follow up.
It can happen. I've seen it happen to
Look
other
at Bill
athletes.
Cosby.
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby is the primo example.
Don't let
Look
them
at
praise you, baby, because they'll
Look,
kill
look
you.
at Joe
That's
Paterno. Look at Joe Paterno at Penn State.
You
After
know?
that,
Oh,
they
man.
took his statue down.
And listen,
So
we're
it can
not
happen.
pessimists. We just keep it 100. That's just
Right.
it. So she may jack it up and then they may tear it down and bring it back to Kincaid again. I don't know. Okay, well, listen, y'all. I ain't gonna stay on them long, but I guess Will is all right with how Jada's treating him. I don't know. I really don't understand. I really don't even care about these two now. They just let us in so much. But apparently he has stated that he will always be Jada will always be his best friend, no matter what. He got her back after all the stuff that she said about him. I just shame on y'all for wanting to be like them. So I don't know if y'all still do, but it's just ridiculous how they are. I doubt if y'all got anything else to say about them, but
Simply put,
mhm.
and I said in my opening to my show,
Yeah.
you know, but simply put, between him and Brian McKnight, they both batshit crazy.
Oh boy, we don't want to talk about
Speaking
it.
of Bat Dummy, I'm about to talk about him next too. Yeah, but all right. Well, so I know sister ain't got nothing to say about them. All right, so yeah, Will is an idiot. Yes, sir. Kenny, you need to say something about Will and Jada.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm pretty much tired of that story.
I don't know who she caught it with. Listen, if she caught it with somebody, she rather gave it to him too. So I don't know. It don't matter. Say yes. Okay. All right. Brian McKnight, y'all. We talked about Brian with his other kids, man. Listen, man, money is really doing a thing to us.
No,
Like,
not to all of us. It's just some of us bad.
Some of
crazy.
us.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
not all
okay,
of
so
us.
if y'all don't know the story, Brian McKnight changed his name to match his youngest child's name to be so he'll be a junior.
Mhm.
But you fool, you got a Brian McKnight Jr.
Junior.
Not anymore, obviously.
I don't even know how that works. Like, I don't. So he becomes senior now just by default. The boy does. I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, you're beyond as an adult dealing with children. You're supposed to be able to tell the difference, Brian. And again, you're being super petty, which tells me that you probably wasn't ready to be a father, and even at the ripe age of 50 something, you still ain't ready to be no daddy. I don't know what their kids gonna feel about that, but it is what it is. So sister, I don't, as a mother, would you even let that type of man do that to your child?
Can I say something that might be inappropriate and might follow me back later in life if I ever become somebody? I hope that Brian McKnight's new junior, I hope that Brian McKnight Sr. is the most toxic, masculine, hyper manly man in the world. And I hope new Brian Jr. change his name to Brescia and start wearing booty shorts and screwing every man in the neighborhood and disappointing him to no means. But I also want him to be happy and healthy and switching, minding his own damn business, because I think he's a trash ass individual.
Woo,
You know what? You know what?
All right.
I love it. You have to be careful about the energy you put out there. And I love what you said, sister. I really and truly do. And his son, his junior, he made a statement about self-hatred that really hit home with me. It's one thing to spar with your children and to disagree. Number one, you said this when it first came out, Brother Kenny, I think way back when, that it's playing out in public is what truly, I think you said it about Romeo and his dad, but this is very similar. That is playing out in public.
Right.
We're doing such a disservice to fatherhood, to parenting.
Right.
And to your point, sister, be careful what you ask for. You bestowing all this on this new kid. And ooh, sister, be careful, but that the gods are listening, that you know, little new Brian McJr. might take it down and throw it up to shoot too.
Oh my goodness. Woo! And
Not
listen,
that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, listen, that whiskey cup still half full, y'all. Hold on.
That's a whole nother set.
Yeah. So yeah, listen. What if y'all can't match Sheila today? We ain't talking that. We ain't talking that run. So just know. All right, y'all. Listen, that's a lot of people talk about it and follow up. So if something else come down the chute, we'll talk about it. But listen, my brother, come on, sir. It's a lot going on a Monday evening about these sports.
Yeah, it is a lot going on. We're going to first start off talk about those Texas Rangers and Houston Astros in Game 7 of the ALCS. The winner of this will be heading to the World Series. And last I checked, the Rangers were up 4-1 on the Astros. Do you see anything different, Brother Brenton?
Yeah, that's 4-3 now.
Oh, so this thing is probably going to go down to the wire. If y'all didn't know, neither team has won at home. Yeah, they've won in each other's facility. So it looks like the Rangers has they could win this thing. Obviously, they've won in Houston before, but it's tight. So this thing might go.
My bad. It's 4-2. 4-2.
Oh, it's 4-2.
Yeah,
okay.
4-2.
So we'll see which one of these Texas teams is going to be headed to the World Series, where they will face either the Arizona Diamondbacks.
They have 7 games, yeah.
Or the Philadelphia Phillies. They are they go into a Game 7. The Diamondbacks
Tomorrow.
beat the Phillies on earlier this afternoon. Plus, we got Monday Night Football. We got the Niners and Vikings. Vikings are up 16-7 in the second quarter. It's almost halftime. So the Niners might be losing 2 in a row. So that loss, Cowboys losing to the Niners might not look so bad if they lose tonight to the Vikings, because they lost last week to the Browns. So we're going to stay in football. We're going to talk about a Hall of Famer. They played for the Dallas Cowboys by the name of playmaker Michael Irvin. Well, Michael Irvin went on Undisputed. He was on Undisputed on Friday, which, he co-hosts with Skip Bayless and Keyshawn Johnson. They were talking about the Ja Morant, all that stuff that he went through this past summer, was flashing a gun on live, Instagram Live. And just the whole, these young cats want to be gangsters and the rap music and all that. Well, little did we know that Michael Irvin has a son that's a rapper that goes by the name of Tut Tarantino. That is his rapper name. But so they were talking about Ja Morant, and Michael basically said, I don't know what my son's lyrics of what he talking about. That Negro ain't grow up no gangster.
Right.
We got some sound on what Michael had to say. Brenton, can you roll that for me, please, sir?
Got it. Hey, Craig, let me hear what you got to say about it, brother. We'll talk about it after the segment. Come on. Here it is.
A son. He raps. His rap name is Tut Tarantino. If you ever listen to some of his raps, I'm like, oh my God, where does this come from, son? You grew up in a gated community your whole life, but he's rapping my life because we romanticize and fantasize about that old thug life, ghetto life, and all of that stuff.
You know what, son? I'm going to go on here and throw you under the bus on national TV. Negro, you ain't no gangster. You grew up in a gated community. I want to ask my sister on the panel, Miss Devin, did you have a problem with Michael throwing his son under the bus?
I did the same to my son. He called himself wanting to be a gangbanger and lived up the street from the best school in the town that he was in, and ain't never had to starve or do work for nothing in his life. But he called himself wanting to be in a gang. When you was a whole nerd making A's in elementary school, get the F out of here. But you know one thing, me and the love was talking about it earlier. We said Michael has said this on a couple of platforms, and as a result, his son's streams have increased because all he did was put him on the map, and now he's selling music and people are Googling him, looking up his son. So now I'm wondering if he was playing us a little bit.
Yeah.
And I read that too. I don't think he was playing. I would say that if that segment that they were talking about wasn't related to what he was saying. You see what I'm saying? They were talking about Ja Morant and rap music, and then he just, hey, guess what? My son is calling himself a rapper too, and he think he a gangster. So I can see that, but I don't think that really played in this because that was part of their conversation.
Well, his son just played a Uno reverse on his dad then, and it benefited.
Yeah, he did. I went and watched it. He's still trash though. I got into it with somebody that said that I was hating. I'm like, I'm not hating on that young man. I say his rap flow is trash. His delivery is trash, and his lyrics is trash. I said, but hey, to each his own. I don't like it, but other people do. Brendan, I kind of know how you feel about it. You think Mike should have kept that in the house, or he should have put his son on blast like that?
Well, speaking of, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he thought he was in the backyard. Maybe that's where he thought he lived. But
okay,
that's his house. That's his daddy house right there. So, I've seen them wannabes, and what I'm saying, it's cute until you get dropped off in the hood. You know what I'm saying,
right.
And you running that lip. You know what I'm saying. So, for people who know what it feels like to live in the hood, it's almost insulting to us because the reality is you get to play broke and play like you've had to grow up with means that you did not have. No, that's our real life, dummy. You haven't never seen. I've seen a man hang himself in an apartment complex, fool. So for you to rap stuff that you seeing on Netflix, that's you ain't getting my business. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. Like, I don't got no respect for nobody like that. Listen, until you had a gun pulled on you, right? See, I mean, that's what real life is for us. Like literally, I had to make up in my mind if I was gonna put my truck in first gear and put that boy underneath my car. But I mean, so y'all, you fantasizing. Well, I almost called him something. All right, anyway, no,
Yeah, so Mike, you was cool with that. It's funny, we were just talking about Brian McKnight and his trash, him being a trash dad, and now we got Michael Irvin. I think, in my opinion, doing what most fathers would do. As son, I'm gonna pull your coattail on something now, man. That ain't who you are. Right. Brother Black, your thoughts on this whole situation, Michael Irvin and his son?
I loved it, and like Sister Devin, I've experienced this personally. My son grew up in a house in South Haven, Mississippi, where we systematically slept with the doors unlocked. His bike was left right on the lawn, and nobody ever messed with it. And he got to the point in high school where he wanted to be in the gangs. Lost his spot on the football team, and that ass went to an alternative school in Memphis and found out within 1 week just how much of a gangster he was. Right. It's not real. Right. And what this situation, though, highlights for me is the reason why I can't identify with rap in particular, but even a lot of the music that's played, because it's all a lie, Right. I'm a big music lover, and I know you are too, especially Brother Kenny. And this is what I miss about R&B music, where they wrote lyrics about things that made sense. But if you look at music today, and country music still pretty holds true, and that's what makes it special is they telling those stories. But when you look at rap in particular, it's all fantasized, about that life, glorifying a life that most of them don't live. And some of the so-called hardest core rappers, they're soft as tissue, but it's not even men who doing it. It's women as well. When you see the Sukis with the good coochie who portray an image of being this, that, and the other, then they get on the platform when YK Osiris goes in to kiss her. Now he's violated her, but you've created a whole aura around yourself where you will suck a wet doorknob. And now when somebody tests you for it, now they disrespecting you. Yeah. And so that's the problem I have. I love that he put him on blast like that, because it shows that he's not buying into it, and he's calling him out. Now, if the inadvertent effect is that his son is selling, getting more streams, because I went and looked at his trash too, but that'll be short lived, because trust me, son,
it won't last.
It won't last. You just don't have the talent.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you guys, everybody that's watching, go check it out. Tut Tarantino if you want to see for yourself. And then you can, that'll help your streams. But, again, he'll be a one-hit wonder. I think, in my opinion, maybe he can do some gospel rap or something.
maybe lying too.
Yeah, so anyway, so that's what's going on. I just got an update on the Rangers. They are up 8-4 now on the Astros. So hey, these Rangers trying to do the damn thing. They trying to hit the World Series. So we're gonna see what's happening. So again,
Man.
it's been my TFG Sports with Kendrick. Back to you, brother Brendan.
Listen, they pulled it. They started pitching on the first inning. So.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Okay. Well, speaking of ignorant people, woman empowerment. Well, y'all tell me if this is true, because I don't know. A woman claims sleeping with 300 people in 365 days is empowering. I don't want to ask Black because he may be the ally she's looking for, but Kenny, is that one? I mean, is it a double standard? What? No, I'll ask sister that, but is that woman empowering?
I don't know if it's woman empowering or not, but I know she probably tired as hell. That's all I got on that, brother.
My goodness, I don't know who Suki is, but maybe that's who I don't. I mean, sister is. I know the double standard, but I mean, what if you can't beat them, join them? I don't know. What is this?
She gonna empower the gynecologist. That lady should walk down the street and her uterus should just fall out. Her coochie lips are probably flapping in the wind, like them wind flaps on a diesel. Oh. That lady pH should be horrible. She should walk down the street and smell like straight tilapia. In the world to sleep with that many people. People don't even sleep with their spouse that many times. That don't make no sense to me. She should have all kind of rug burn. They don't make that kind of KY jelly. Like I don't know what this empowering, but it ain't empowering women. It's empowering her vagina.
Well, listen, I don't know if she putting more trains than Amtrak on that railroad. Demi, she is definitely not with us. So listen, but Black, are you gonna add advocate to your resume today?
You know what? I would have been in line long as I'm 1 or 2. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, anything after number 2 don't make no sense for me.
Boy.
But the truth of the matter, Kitty's killing me. The truth of the matter is that, you know what? We don't call a hoe no more.
Yeah.
Just like in politics, we have reinvented a lie, and we come up with these terms called alternative truths and fake news and whatnot. What happened to the good old days when you could call a hoe a hoe? You know what I'm saying? That Taylor Swift. Many people have been through that graveyard as well, but it's being celebrated. So now when you hear a woman that's doing them kind of numbers, and I told you all from the beginning, you saw it in the interest of the show. I'm a chauvinist. You can't do what I do.
Right.
It's not fair, but fair is a place where they judge pigs. I can put as many numbers under my belt as I want to, and I'm still going to be looked at as a man who conquered some snatch out there. When you start putting numbers out there, now that's Miss Devin saying that. Miss Devin, you know.
Listen, Black, if I meet a man that tells me he done slept with 360 women in a year, I'm gonna run so damn far from this dude and tell everybody I know.
I'm so glad that most of them don't think like you. I just left a place where, again, my reputation precedes me, and it ain't never. If anything, it has enhanced my reputation because I have had a lot of numbers on my belt. Now, again, I say this to you 1,000 times. Look at you.
Nah,
so I'm not talking. So I'm not
run a poll. We're gonna have to run a poll. We can go from Adler to Whoopi. Out of 100 women, I don't care what they look like, it's 98% of them gonna say if a man has slept with 360 women in a year.
No. It just doesn't work that way. I'm grateful that it doesn't. I'm truly grateful that it doesn't. Don't tell nobody, but the more use you get out of this stick, the more that they want it. Don't tell nobody. But the truth of the matter is, it's not fair, but that's the way it actually goes. And you can't do what I do. So you can go out there and put them kind of numbers up for the woman, and it's not going to wear the same. That's just not the way the world is. American system is built.
Yeah. So Bama said, who is this person? Bama, she is an Australian OnlyFans employee. I don't know what are they employed, but
okay. She Australian.
Yeah,
okay.
and her name Annie Knight. So
she out there in the outback getting her back blown out, huh?
Right. So.
But it ain't just it's us too. Uncle Shay Shay recently did an interview with what's the young lady?
Brittany Renner.
She talked about the very same thing, doing not them kind of, but doing serious numbers. But now we are reinventing it, saying it's empowering, when it's really not. But again, you can change and flip it up however you want to say. And don't get me wrong, there's men like me out there. I will take a piece of that snatch. I will gladly stuff myself down your head and tail, but I ain't gonna wipe you.
All right. I'll move this
back.
train along. Yeah,
Black is back.
I'll just say this. That young lady is not looking for a happy home. She's just looking for a trap house or something. I don't know what she's looking for, but yeah, that ain't commonplace for happy homes. You don't turn her into a housewife. She said, "No, I'm not messing with a man who slept with 350 people in a year. Neither." That's
I was a sex addict. I absolutely was a sex addict.
Yeah. And again, this is crazy how this leading up to our conversation later on. But yeah, severe sex addict. Well, not him, but you saying
me.
No.
I don't have anything other than the STDs I got. I thank God every day that HIV and none of those that hit me. Nasty, filthy bitches I dealt with just gave me chlamydia.
Go ahead.
I don't even know how we transition, but anyway, go ahead.
Speaking of nasty, filthy bitches, minding my business, doing my own thing, not bothering nobody. And all of a sudden, it comes up. Radar Online posted at 7 p.m. that Dwight Howard admitted to meeting a man on Instagram to hook up and denies the lover was assaulted or forced into a threesome. Dwight Howard has been accused by someone of assault.
Where the heck does Britton go?
Apparently, a young man went to meet Dwight Howard at a hotel, and he knew what he was coming for. He was good. I'm going to shorten the story because it's kind of long. But when he said when he got there was a man dressed in women's clothes going by the name Miss Kitty. Mm-hmm. And Dwight and Miss Kitty, Miss Kitty, I don't know what you call it. They said it was a dude in a dress. Was forced to engage with Dwight. They was doing a thing. She performed on Dwight, I'll say. And so then Dwight pushed the accuser on the bed and forced his face on his member.
I'm going to be audio only for this segment.
He continued to assault him until he realized he didn't like it. So then he stopped. So he pulled the dude's pants down. They did the thing. Dude tried to call an Uber and leave. Dwight wouldn't let him leave. He told him, "Now Miss Kitty is gonna take you home." So Miss Kitty took the dude home. So now the cat is out of the bag because he had to defend himself. Were y'all aware? Did you suspect? And what do you think about Dwight and Mr. Kitty and the accuser doing a thing at the hotel? And now he's been accused of assault by the dude. Kenny, just because of the look on your face.
Well, I first reported this story when it first came out on Black Hollywood Report, and
wow.
And here's the thing about Dwight. The rumors have been out there for years that he likes to play for both sides. I get that, and I think he finally confirmed it. I think, man, just come live in your truth, bro. if that's how you rock, just go ahead and say it. But now all this other extra stuff with this Miss Kitty and stuff, I'm just kind of glad that Dwight Howard finally came out and confirmed the story. Am I surprised? Heck no, I'm not shocked at all, because we have heard so many stories about Dwight Howard getting it in with men. So I'm not shocked at this at all.
Black, I'm curious to know what you think, and do you think there's a lot of dudes in the NBA and in other sports that's on the down low but afraid to come out due to judgment?
Absolutely. I think the numbers are far higher than you ever will know. But I think African Americans, we're the only culture that still attaches stigma to homosexuality, bisexuality. Other cultures, they we coined the term down low, and things like that. I think this has been happening far longer than we ever want to admit. We're at a place now in society where it doesn't ruin your career. And so, to Brother Kenny's point, these stories have been out there for a while, but I live here in Atlanta. We could say that about stories about Usher in New York City, P. Diddy. I grew up, knowing things, not hearing things I've seen. But again, I think it's more normalized. And I do think we finally get into a place where more and more we're going to see these stories coming out more and more. I'm not surprised, not even a little bit. And so I'm with Kenny, bruh, face the music, come on out with it. Even in sports, to your lane, Kenny, what's the basketball player that a few months ago, he was caught doing some suspect stuff with team members.
The teammate down in the Houston Rocket kid, Kevin. I can't think of his name.
It's a young. This is way more common than we ever will imagine, especially with this newer generation, because they don't attach the same taboo to sex. That's why you have all these different classifications of it. That's why you have a Wayne Brady coming out saying he's pansexual. I've been saying this for a long time. In my opinion, there's no such thing as straight and gay anymore. I fully believe people like what they like when they like it. When them lights go dim and that door closed, you would be amazed at what people are willing to do. Now, a lot of times this and that gives you plausible deniability, but people like what they like.
Demi, I did see where Kevin Gates spit in that woman's mouth, and it literally made me nauseous. And she was pregnant too. It was just absolutely disgusting. What? You hear me? So I'm gonna need you to get in. I'm gonna need you to get in this. Did you see that picture of Miss Kitty?
No, I'm not doing that trash, man. I take my trash out on Fridays. I'm not doing it. No, man, that is disgusting. And again, I don't. Okay, please, people, don't come for me about I'm homophobic. I'm not homophobic, but again, listen, if I don't like it, I don't like it. That's just what I is. So I just think, that's probably why he's been sucking at playing basketball, because he been wanting to play with bats. I don't know, and balls. So maybe he'll be a better baseball player. So Dwight, like everybody said, Dwight Howard is the worst secret in the NBA. Everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to cover it up by trying to, go find that girl in Australia. I don't know, but at the same time, I'm tired of being in everybody's business. And the only reason I get in people's business is because it's good conversation for us to talk about. So other than that, I could care 2 cents about these foods. And I got 3 more foods we finna talk about here in just a second.
Brent, you are right about something. He did suck, but he liked it. So now I'm gonna go back to my own business.
Wait a minute. What?
You deserve this late.
This is a test. This is only a test.
But
I can't even get to it fast enough, but you just
those two up there, they really showing out tonight.
Listen. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what last day it is, but I wish they would hurry up and leave. What do you all think about the 2 young basketball players who were dry hunt?
That's what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We talked about that about a month ago.
The Houston Rockets. Yeah, we talked about.
Yeah.
Wow.
I find Stacey, I'll find the episode and send it to you. something like that. So yeah, okay. Well, again, speaking of these money dummies, what is that girl's name? Kim Kardashian. She says that she wants to have a manny instead of a nanny. And the reason why she wants a manny is so that her kids can have a man around the house. Before I indulge my family in their conversation, I want to tell Kim Kardashian, Kim, there's only 2 men that's going to come to your house and be a manny. One likes Dwight Howard, and the other is going to want to give you what the 300 men gave that Australian woman. Those are the only 2 type of people coming to your house to watch your kids. So I just want you to know, nobody's coming there to try to raise your children. They raising something else, and it ain't no flag. I don't understand people's logic. I just don't get it. I mean, Kenny, why are we trying to circumvent what was supposed to be? Yeah.
I don't. Again, I'm with you. I don't get the logic. I mean, but I guess if she wants a manny, that's her prerogative. She got the money to go get one, and I'm sure there would be a whole bunch of men lining up to be that for her. Hey, be her manny. You know, there's a bunch of men that will do that because of who she is, and they just seen the video. They just seen how she get down. Right. And then, you know, just like you just said, it's going to be one that's going to be trying to get down with her. And the other ones, you know, that may be on there, you got to be careful with that because they might be trying to touch on her kids. So you better be careful what you ask for.
Man. And you better be careful with that old clown of a ex-husband of yours, too.
That too.
So I don't know. But Black, I really wish people would understand these things, the things that y'all are trying to, I don't know. There's so much to say about it. I mean, what do you think about her desire?
I'm going to shock you guys. I have zero problem with it. None. Okay. And for me, I even kind of get the logic. It's sad that it's come to that. For me, I look at it completely differently.
Okay.
She is a billionaire. So she can afford to hire whoever she wants to watch her kids. And typically when you have a lot of famous rich people with that kind of money, they're not watching their own children. That's what they do. They can afford to hire somebody. So I don't have a problem with her vetting someone to watch her kids, whether it's a male or female. The same process would be, you know, hiring somebody that's qualified who want to do the job, you know. And my thing is, I even kind of get the logic behind it. If there is no man around, I look at the bigger issue that if you're saying that I want my son to have some male influence, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing if you ask me, because I think in far too many households, I have a problem. I'm a chauvinist. Let me say again, where I see far too many young men being brought up in households where there is not a male influence. They're being raised by mothers and aunts and grandmothers. And then you have the audacity to sit by and wonder why they're leaning towards the other side, i.e. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's one of my favorite players. I think therein lies the problem. While you're so focused on your career, you left that youngest boy and the example that he saw in front of him every day, because kids, despite what you say, they watch what you do. Yeah, so while you're focused on your career, he got to watch his stepmother dress up in clothes and also bring this new little one into it. And he started, in my opinion, to covet that same type of attention because there was no male influence around. I actually don't have a problem with this. I don't think it's a bad idea. And I think in many single parent households, we need more male involvement, whether that's an uncle, a brother, a cousin. And damn it, if you can afford, bring in a manny. I don't have a problem with it.
All right, sister.
I think mannies are really popular with celebrities. I just think it's something new to us. Matter of fact, I recently saw Keenan from Keenan and Kel at the airport with his manny chasing his kids around the freaking AA lounge. So I think that's just what they do. They may have several male nannies and then also your female nannies. I think that when she says it to us, that's not our social norm. We're not used to letting men raise and help take care of our kids. So I don't think there's anything abnormal about that. And plus, I don't believe nothing she says. She probably already got 5 nannies. And she was, and Kanye kind of looked like a manny with his hips. So I mean, she just wanted somebody that's gonna stick around.
And maybe.
Yeah.
And then and in 2023, I find that men are cleaner than these nasty bitches.
Oh, that's a lie. Not with them. Never mind.
Okay. All right. I got one more for y'all. Monique. You folk crazy. Listen, y'all. Yeah, it might be just better just to stay broke because I don't understand these folks.
No, ain't nothing.
Ain't better. All right, brother. I'm just saying, the thing is waiting on us out there, man. It's just weird. Yeah. Okay, so Monique says that she calls her man daddy because he helped raise her. Now I'm telling you right now. No, I'm not gonna say that right now. Sister, I'll save my comments for later. I know you don't call your. Well, I don't. I don't call your daddy.
I guarantee you she don't. If there's anything I'm gonna say on this show, I guarantee you, Devin, don't call.
It depends.
If not, I don't call.
I don't know.
It depends. Daddy. I call him by his name. Second of all, I feel like Monique was just, for one, she trolling us because every time she says something like this on social media, it always goes viral. And third of all, she makes it creepy. Like, so for the women who do call they men like daddy or zaddy in just a little cute, like baby term, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just cutesy little terms. She makes it weird by saying stuff like raising her and taking care of her because her dad stopped raising her at 13. She just make it like real weird, like weird. And she may really see him as her daddy because we found out she preferred coochie anyway. So she don't even like her husband because he ain't got no vagina. So she might be with him because he a father figure because she don't want what he working with. She want that lady that slept with them 360 dudes in Australia.
Right.
Monique is trolling us because every time she say this, she knows the response that she get. And she too damn old to be calling somebody a damn daddy.
Now, Kenny, before I go to the man upstairs,
I already know what he
I'm gonna just ask you. I mean, I understand that is an ego booster to hear a woman call you that, and again, but not. I agree with Devin. She probably is just wanting to get attention, but we'll talk about it still because somebody out there thinks something dumb like that. So, I mean, is there any other reason, Kenny, you want your woman to call you daddy?
No, that would definitely for me. There's other things she could call me that can have my ego going out the roof.
Go ahead, partner.
That ain't one of them because guess what? I have a daughter and she calls me daddy, and that would be weird.
Right.
We're in a intimate relationship with a woman. She called me daddy. I'm not your daddy, man. I got a daughter. I'm her dad.
Right.
I can be something else for you. So let's work on that. So no, that's just weird to me. But to each his own, you know how it go. Everybody get down how they get down. So
all right, sir. Aloysius Black Jr. When do they call you daddy, and how long do they call you daddy?
I don't mind being called daddy, and God too. I'm God in this goddamn house. I'm trying to tell you. Don't you call the Lord when I'm standing here. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't have whiskey over there, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That liquor.
The Notorious B.I.G. sound like it when they call me Big Papa. Ain't nothing wrong. Now, having said that, I agree with you, Sister Devin. She makes it weird in how she's talking about it on a serious note. And I don't think she's trolling. Something's wrong here. Something's broken here in her, seriously in her life. I truly believe this. To where the way she's doing it, but and all jokes aside, in a sexual way, yeah, it is an ego booster, you know, and shit, I love it, you know, and I wasn't kidding about calling me God. I'm not God, but I am a God in that bedroom. So yes, you can call me that, but having said that, I don't mind the titles. That gets me going. You know what I'm saying? But she's doing it in a weird way. So
yeah. Well, she's weird, and it's okay. I wish they just stick to acting on the movie screens, and you know. But now we see that these clowns ain't pretending; they really are these crazy people. So, all right, I got my Black Love series. All right, we're gonna be honest today. We are, y'all. We're gonna tell the truth here, and I love it because these three people with me, we keep it 100. So, this is my question: what is the difference between casual and meaningful sex? And then I have another question after that. So, Kenny, I'll work my way down. What's the difference between casual and meaningful sex to you?
Man, this is a good one, brother.
Hey, man, I tried my best, man. That's why
I would say casual sex is something you do just to get to the orgasm outcome. That's all it is. It's about getting that nut, and that's a wrap. Moving on to the next one. As far as meaningful sex, that can be it's a different way to look. That can be looked at so many different ways. But I guess meaningful sex is you engage in being intimate with someone that y'all have a common goal, whatever that common goal is, and it's consistent. That's what I would say.
Okay, very good. All right, sister.
I think casual sex can have a couple of meanings. Of course, it can just be a fly-by-night person and there's no feelings, or a situationship, something like that, where there's just no feelings involved. But I also think you can have casual and meaningful sex even with your spouse, with your husband or your wife.
Okay.
If you're married and if you don't have casual sex with no true love to it, y'all just want to test it up. If y'all don't do that every now and then, y'all might be having some problems in y'all relationship as well. But then you can also have like true intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Where you actually care about how the other one feels, and you may even throw some participation in there, meaning some "I love yous" or some stuff like that. But I mean, I just think it can go like both ways. But I also think you can do both with your spouse.
Okay. All right, Gigi, you hear that? Clear the space out now. I'll be down in a little bit. Tap some stuff. All right, Black.
I agree with Sister Devin. For me, it's complicated because it could be the length of the episode. It could be my intent that is going to make the difference between whether it's casual or meaningful, and it certainly could be how she looks.
Okay, so here's my thing then, because man did not create sex, so therefore man should be very reluctant on telling others, you know what I'm saying, how to use it. But this is what I do know about this thing, and I just want to ask y'all this question: is there a danger in the two, especially when the parties you're having meaningful sex with someone you should be having casual sex with? Is there a danger in that? Because what are we doing it for? You know what I'm saying? And here's the reality. It messes up relationships, especially when the relationship has not been properly aligned or it has not been properly identified. So what is the danger then, or is there a danger when you mix up whether it's the wrong person or it's you tied the meaning to the situation when it's not so? What's the danger there?
The danger there is if both parties aren't on the same page in what they wanting out of that encounter. If one is saying that I just want to hit it and quit it, and the other one agree to that because they want that person, but they really don't want that, Now you're gonna have a whole issue because someone is gonna be attaching to somebody that doesn't want to be attached to. So now you bringing these emotions in here, and then you transferring these energies, and you're gonna keep somebody's gonna be used and abused, and bam, there you have it.
Fantastic, sister. What's the danger?
I know there are people who make the person they're engaging with believe that it's meaningful because that's the only way they believe they're going to get this person to sleep with them, by pretending that they like them and that they're building something. And I think a lot of times, especially women, we attach emotion a lot of times to that, and then only to find out later that that's not what he meant. You know, there really wasn't that emotional or meaningful meaning to it. And at the end, there's always a danger there. It's like even a physical danger. But I also think sometimes you should just be like upfront, just kind of to avoid that. Because even if she don't cause you no harm, I mean, I would like to think that you wouldn't want to just hurt somebody like that. Because a lot of women, believe it or not, will still give you some if you say, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna be together after this, it ain't nothing to it, it's just casual or a situationship. And then, I mean, and she still may catch feelings, but you can avoid some of that danger that you're referring to.
Sure. Yeah. All right, Black.
So, I like that you started with that we are not the creators of sex.
Yes.
So if I'm going to go scriptural, immorality and all its various forms, fornication and adultery, they have ended worlds. They've literally ended world orders. If you know your scriptures, and I'm going on my understanding of the scriptures, everybody can interpret their own way. But when you think about why the flood happened, you know, Satan literally used sex to entice angelic creatures to come to earth. The Bible tells us in the book of Jude that they began to look upon the sons of man and want to have unnatural relations with them. And through my studies of the scriptures, you know, he produced unnatural children called Nephilim, and it was wickedness, and ultimately God brought a flood. We get the word Sodom, ass screwing, I almost said it in a even war, from Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you know that account, we always think about the actual raining of fire and sulfur, but if you read the full account of it, you know, the wickedness and the immorality was at a such degree that even when two angels came into those cities to visit Lot, they were disguised as angels. The men were beating on the door saying, send those two men out because we want to have sex with them. Lot wanted to send his daughters out. They say, no, we want the men. And so you hear the term sodomy, you know. And so when you think about sex, it's so powerful that it was originally created to be between the confines of marriage. But here we are all these thousands of years later, and no matter how we try as Christians, immorality. And so when you think about casual sex versus meaning sex, it's fraught with a lot of danger, because the moment you introduce sex into the picture, it has the potential to do a lot of damage. Yeah. Even as I've gotten older, what I would have done 20 years ago, a casual encounter, my wisdom and age now won't let me do it, because I realize the power of sex, that sometimes it's better to maintain a friendship, you know, and because sex can screw things up, because what's casual for me might mean something to that other person, or vice versa. So it's fraught with so many pitfalls and dangers, because once you introduce sex into it, then it does. And even as I talk about age, sex means far more to me now as I've aged. You know, those days of just throwing my stick on the crap table and coming up with whatever it was going to be, can't do that anymore. It's not cool being a 55-year-old man going to the clinic. Not to mention the fact that I'm not even getting out of bed just to have sex anymore. I'd rather have a good night's rest. If I'm going to do it now, it has to mean something now for me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I just want to say this ultimately. Again, we didn't create it. So I would really ask that if you don't know how to use it, definitely don't abuse it. And then know what it means to not only you but the other person, because it will bring. It has ended wars and it has started wars. It has put a lot of people in the grave. So I just want you all to be more responsible about that, right? Question: do you think sex should be a priority? Oh, 1000%.
Has to be.
I mean,
most definitely.
It's a part of the relationship.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Kenny.
That's the intimacy part of the. I mean, that's very important to you stay connected to your partner. It's through sex, and it's definitely more. It means a whole lot more when you're married. I would say that, no doubt. But yeah, definitely very important.
Right. And here's the.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Come on.
I think it should be a definitely a priority or meaningful in the relationship, but I don't think it should be the foundation. It should
agree.
It should just be
Right.
just
I agree.
just something that's added to the marriage. Like,
I agree.
not that
I
it's
agree.
less important. I don't mean to compare it, but it's like when your
Right.
spouse cooks for you and brings you a plate. Like, I think sex kind of still has like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something in addition in your marriage that you have that
agree.
you share.
I
I
agree
will-
1000%.
I won't say that I
Me too.
disagree. I'll just say it like this: make sure everybody's on the same page. So
Yeah.
if you don't want it to be a priority, then don't be with a sex addict.
So right, that I was gonna say, if y'all not on the same level of sex,
I am
yeah,
no
if y'all
longer
not
a
on
sex
the-
addict. Thank you very
if y'all
much.
not on the same level sexually, you're right. If your sex drive isn't y'all on two different ends of the spectrum,
Yeah,
that's
don't
gonna cause problems. Yeah,
Again,
This may
because-
surprise you guys. You know what I miss most about
Oh, my
not
goodness.
having someone? It's not sex. It's truly not sex. And I just had this conversation over this past weekend, and we kind of talked about it a little bit on Saturday, the show. Long story short, you know what I miss? Sex is the easy part. I miss the quiet moments of having somebody in my space that I can talk to about everything and nothing. And I'm going to leave it at that.
And see, and I think if you're a sex addict, I don't think you should be married. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because life can throw you a curveball. And even you as a man, like, I won't say her name, but someone I know, her spouse ended up with at a younger age prostate cancer, and he was no longer able to engage in sex. That wasn't the foundation of their relationship. So although it hurt his feelings and, you know what I'm saying, it makes someone feel a certain way, that wasn't what they were built on. But they were like, you know, they were married, but they were best friends, so it was fine. And vice versa for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Something could happen, and I would hate to think that my spouse would feel like this may not work because that was a priority in their relationship. And yes, there's other things you can do to get around it. Don't get me wrong. But I would just like to know that the other person would never consider that the marriage may not work if that wasn't something that could be done as frequently as it was in the beginning in the honeymoon phase.
It was definitely a contributing factor to the downfall of my marriage because I married somebody that was a virgin, and and I had things that I needed.
Yeah.
and I'll say this again. This is why, and we may be taking, but I think this is important. This is why you have to have a good person, right? Because even if I believe he's a good person, and I believe if there's a complication or a reason, and just go with it, Black. If I'm lying, just let me have it. But if there's a reason or a complication, right, that causes things to change in the marriage, then that person will learn how to be content. So again, you got to be careful about who you're dealing with, because it may be a priority at the beginning, but if things change, right, there's a complication, there's a sickness, there's an illness, there should be there should be some compassion of love for that person. But again, we're so far down the gasoline draws of this journey of life, we can't tell the difference of what it is, right? Because you're doing it 300 people in 300 days now. So again, I just want, if you know what it means, then make sure y'all know what it means. It's together, and then you learn how to use it properly. All right.
Bravo.
Okay.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's back and he is in full effect. And Lee Black is gonna holler at y'all. I don't know what this means, but it's probably organic. I do, and he does a lot, so I don't know what she didn't want to do.
Hey, this is a real good transition coming from sex. I do what she don't.
Yeah,
You know?
That's right, Mr.
So, you know, we at the very beginning of this episode of TFG Tonight, we talked about Will Smith and Jada, and Lord knows we're exhausted about talking about them. It's ad nauseum at this stage, but I don't want what they're doing to be overlooked, because there is some things going on there that I think are truly detrimental to us as African Americans. And Kenny, we always, it's the transition here to the Black Love series and Black love in general, because what it's doing in terms of how we look at marriage, it's destroying the fabric of it in a way it can't be understated. You have a couple that have for years presented itself as relationship goals. And now as the layers are being pulled back, to have her on a book tour saying that really since 2016, they've been living this sham of a marriage. And then for him to come out and even say and try to articulate that how they was on these individual journeys. But let me tell you folks what the true damage is being done. I'm gonna give you guys some information. During the past half century, African Americans have become the most unmarried people in this country.
Wow.
More than 2 out of every 3 Black women are unmarried, and they are more than twice as likely as white women to never marry at all. And if you don't believe me, go look at the numbers. The racial gap in marriage, it extends way beyond just being poor. In fact, the more affluent we become, the more the numbers even rise. Because with college educated African American women, they're even less likely to marry or stay married than their white counterparts. The harm this does to Black children and adults, we just finished talking about households where there aren't 2 figures, 2 true parentings in that household, and we're having to supplement that with surrogates. And it might not only be Manny's folks, it's the videos, it's the things we see. And one of the reasons it talks about that marriage is on a decline is that Black women in particular have become more advanced economically. And the more they climb that ladder economically and educationally, Black men are falling behind. Nearly twice as many Black women as Black men graduate from college each and every year. And not only are many of these college-educated Black women unmarried, they're more likely than any other group of women to marry less educated and lower earning men. And we are seeing it playing out on podcasts in front of our eyes. And in case you think Black women are running into interracial relationships, they're not. Most Black women, it's men who are married outside of their race. Less than half of Black women are likely to marry outside of their race. So we're spawning generations now of single Black women with nowhere to go, nothing to do. And so as they're climbing this ladder economically and they're getting the bag and getting the crown, we're finding more and more a disconnect between Black love and Black men and women in terms of marriage. And folks, I've been saying this for a long time. While we're watching what happens on that White House throne, we're losing the battle at the lowest levels where true family and true connections make a difference in our communities. Right here on the home front in our homes. We're more disconnected now than we ever were before. And as long as we keep looking at the examples that's in front of us of what we think we see with these famous and rich and athletes and things, folks, that shit ain't real. And we need to get back to a place where we learn to talk to each other better. We need to communicate. We need to look at what the real priorities are, because who's paying the price is those kids that's coming behind us. And we got to wake up.
Wow. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Y'all, this is one for the ages. I can't do the show without y'all, and I mean it. If y'all ever left me, I'll quit doing it. So thank y'all so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for participating with us. Great interaction today. So again, it's final thoughts time, and Brother Kenny, my brother, give me your final thoughts, man. Thank you.
I want to just say another good show. I want to thank Miss Victoria, Craig, Nihar, Bama Girl. I saw Poppy. I always thank you guys for supporting this show. It means a lot to us because to see 4 black faces up here speaking on topics that affect us in our communities, I think that's important. And I hope that you guys continue to tune in, share this show, and invite other people to come subscribe to the channel. That was my shameless plug, but we don't do that enough. So I do want you to come subscribe to TFG tonight, and share and do all that good stuff. You got to self-promote yourself. But I want to say this about authenticity. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because of Michael Irvin's son. And it's unfortunate that our young black men feel like that they have to be something that they're not. And I want to say this to any young black men, even young black women too. It's okay to be you. It's cool to be the uncool kid. If you the nerd, be the coolest ass nerd that you can be. Because you know what? That is some good stuff right there. If that's you, don't be something you're not. Don't fall for these traps that social media and music, you know, in particular rap music, which I love to death. I don't love it as much anymore because of some of the messages that's out there now. But don't fall for these traps. Don't fall for the videos. Don't fall for that. Be your authenticity yourself. Be you. Because there's no one made like you. God only made one of you. And then and that's cool. So just be authentic, be true to yourself, and people will love you for that. That's my
sir. Definitely. And yes, please like and share. Please. I know I don't say it, but I probably should, and I apologize. And I'll say it more. I just feel like that's logically what people would do if they wanted to. So, but like and share, please, by all means. We want this conversation to be heard. I'm doing this for my kids to if I ever leave this earth, they'll be like, I want to know what my daddy used to talk about. And again, I got a group of good people that I want them to hear from. So, all right, sister. Thank you, ma'am.
Black, obviously, I love your segment, but man, there's so much I want to say, but that would lead to the length of show that I could do on my comments about what you just said. And it's not necessarily anything bad. I just, I just get really frustrated when we talk about that. But anyhow, I just want to say it was a great show. Y'all know I am so women's empowerment. Yes. And I'm glad to know that lady was a sex worker. I want to say that. And to the Dwight Howards of the world. Here's my thing. They've been telling us for the longest that Dwight Howard been on the low and still sleeping with women to try to portray himself as manly and was still lying even after the Miss Kitty thing fell out. And I'm going to give y'all a little bit of seriousness without telling too much. Where I work, y'all will be shocked at the number of HIV and AIDS cases that I have seen. And a lot of these people, most of these people are Black. And I see a lot of these Black men who I know tested positive, but then I also hear that they have a fiance, wife, girlfriend, or something in the room with them. And I don't know if they have it. Obviously, we can't say anything, or if they know. But what I also don't know if it's related to just being promiscuous, drug related, or for being like a Dwight Howard, because some of the people that he's been rumored to be with haven't always used like protection, and not everybody's smart about what they do, especially if they're down low. They're very risky. So all I want to say is, women, we have a duty to protect ourselves, because you would hope that a man would protect you and tell you kind of what he is and what he's got going on in the background. But all I'm gonna say is, where there's smoke, there's fire. So just pay attention. Check the medicine cabinet, because all these people that I'm talking of, I don't know if they take them or have them at home, but they have medication. Check the medicine cabinet and ask lots of questions. And because I think it's sad when I know of a woman who's been married 20 years to the same man, and now he's got HIV, and she doesn't know how that happened.
Wow.
That's all.
That was a lot to think about.
That's good.
It's all right. Brother. Always.
Miss-
I know you got more.
So, Miss Devin, the love is reciprocal, and I miss you guys, miss you all so much, and I would love to have you every single week on my show because I love the way your mind works and you keep it 100. And I'll say this, just like you're warning women out there, I'm gonna warn my men too. There's a hell of a lot of Sukis with the good coochies out here too who ain't washing and cleaning. And they're notching as many soldiers on their belts as we used to do because and I mean this with all seriousness, the tide has turned. So I encourage all people now to be careful. And for me, my former lifestyle, I can tell you this, I'm not out there like that anymore. Don't get me wrong. I gamble every now and then. I get a little horny. I do a little something here and there. And then I shake in that room, shivering, scared as hell, waiting for a few weeks to go by to see if I got anything. And this is with me using protection. But again, I have, some needs and I have to do some things. But my final take is on this. I'm riding this high right now from from seeing my family. And I wanted to share this with you guys. I got some news today that really kind of brought me down. My niece is losing her battle. And I don't say that to bring you down at the end of the show. I'm saying this because y'all don't know how much y'all bring me up. Y'all don't know how much I miss seeing you guys. And coming here, it gives me the energy to be able to keep moving forward because, as mentioned, the idea that I have a safe place that I can come after a hard day's work and have intelligent conversation from family that respects and loves one another, and we keep it honest and open with each other, and we're all different in our personalities. Y'all don't know this, but when I get ready to go take my shower, it has lifted my spirits. I love everything about this. And to your point, Brother Brenton, if it wasn't for y'all three, I wouldn't be doing this. There's other things I could be doing, but I truly look forward, even though after a full day's work on Monday, to seeing y'all.
Yeah.
Because whether we all know this or not, we have people that view this show. They might not watch it on a Monday.
Yeah.
But we got a whole week that goes by. And I still say this. This is the only place that I know of. I look around social media where the combination of topics, humor, real talk that's going on, it's not happening anywhere else.
Right.
And so what you put together, Brother Brenton, to have Devin's segment, and you get sports, pop culture, real talk, politics, all in one place, and come from a place that's as real as can be, and it's delivered on a platter with love because we genuinely have love for people we giving it to. So I want to thank you guys because it keeps me lifted up. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
As much as we think money is the most valuable thing to our lives, it's not. It's impacting each other's life. And Miss Toria, thank you. And again, I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful that you all can afford to be on here for free. Yes. All right. So listen, y'all know how I am. My condolences lead to your niece, man, for real. And so I hope,
no doubt.
I hope you
I'm seeing love and like that way.
God gives y'all the strength, man, to work through whatever comes y'all way. So, all right, quick question: if I ask you, what was the person look like who has the weight of the world on their shoulders? What would you think that looks like? What is he carrying?
Obama, second term.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. He definitely did look like
there
that.
you go. That's a good one. All right, Kenny, sister, what would y'all think that looked like?
I was literally gonna say Obama.
Mm.
All right, I'll let y'all slide it. That's all y'all gonna give me, Obama.
I would say I keep it sports related. I say Jerry Jones.
Thank you, my brother.
Because he get the Cowboys get more they're the most scrutinized franchise in the NFL, but there's some other trash franchises that ain't won the Super Bowl just as long as the Cowboys have it. But the Cowboys are the only ones everybody poke fun at.
He
So
does
Jerry
very
Jerry
well.
been dead for 20 years, so he don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Jerry Jones, I think, and I ain't taking up for him, but he carries a whole lot of weight on his shoulders.
I agree.
But he got a lot of money to help with that too, though. So
Right on. He carries it well. Craig, I appreciate that. Miss Toria, thank you so much. Okay, well, look, I want y'all to check this out, and then I'll give my final thought.
see, trying to show out. See, okay, gonna kill yourself, son. Showing out.
Woo! Listen, that boy don't even look like he can lift that kind of weight.
Right, exactly, Brendan. He in there probably saw some woman in some tights trying to show out.
God. Listen, all I'm gonna tell y'all is I made a statement on my social media, and I'm just gonna make it clear now. If you want to look like a person that's trying to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, listen, faith is, when it's improperly used, it turns into pressure. That's what it is. If you're using faith, but you're trying to make it happen, you're going to find yourself in a lot of pressure. That's a lot of weight that you're trying to land, because you said God said I can do this. God said do. Well, have faith that He's going to do it, but stop trying to scheme and do it, because that's going to create a lot of pressure. So again, you trying to carry all this stuff on you, you just better make sure you have good grip on that thing, because when all that 450 come down, Craig, I'm telling you, all
Yeah, you're right.
all
Craig. Yeah, you broke all them ribs.
You know what I'm
We need
saying?
some barbecue sauce. We can have some ribs for dinner. All them ribs he done broke.
At least look like you can lift that weight, right? So again,
Right.
if you're gonna handle it, make sure
Yeah.
you can handle it well, right? But if not,
Yeah.
when it falls, just know y'all listen. Thank y'all so much. That is Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kenny. Listen, y'all, we're gonna see y'all on Monday. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.